Hello my absolute futurites, how you doing out there? Hope all is well and rested. But I must say, it's a different tone of Chris this week from Arsenal Future. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share videos if you can, and of course leave your comments down below. Please leave your comments. We care about what you say, even if it's not contrary, even if it's contrary to what we say, or if it's with what we say. So if you're for and against what we say, we still want to hear your comments and and see what you're thinking and feeling. But this was a dreadful performance. So this is the review of the Bournemouth versus Arsenal game on Saturday, which ended Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 0. And I think it's our first defeat against Bournemouth since Mikel Arteta became our manager nearly 5 years ago now. It was a dreadful game. It was from start to finish for Arsenal. We started off really badly. I saw some of the game because remember I said I was away, and I'm still away because I'm still down in Kent. So hence you don't have the backgrounds, the usual backgrounds that you see. The Arsenal shirt, which is in London where I'm based. I'm down here in Kent with some friends because they've been celebrating for the last few days, and so I'm with them. Arsenal supporter as well, so I'm so happy. But we're both really pissed off. I must say we were pissed off, on Saturday, but we didn't let it spoil our mood. Even though we were down, but we knew that such is life and such is Arsenal. They was inclined to let you down. But anyway, we started off really poorly. Mikel Marino had a chance, which he scuffed. Also, Gabriel Martinelli had a chance as well. I believe he came on and he had a chance which he scuffed. No, Trossard. Yeah, he came on because he didn't start the match, did he? Yeah, he didn't start the match. Because I believe he started the match. It was Sterling on that right side, if I remember. Yeah, Sterling was on the right side for Saka, and then he had Trossard on this side. He's actually moved Trossard back as a forward because Trossard actually played well in a 10 in Martin Odegaard's absence. But now Arteta decided to move him back up to a wide striker, a wide left striker, and of course in the middle was Havertz, and in midfield we had Rice, Mourinho, and Partey. So Martinelli came off the bench. He came on because we were just 10 men on about 30 minutes, I think it was, when Saliba, and this has been the talking point from since Saturday. Was it a red card? Wasn't a red card? I believe it was a red card because I think he was the last man, because Ben White could never have gotten back to save his blushes. Ben White was too further forward. And on the other side, so too was Calafiore. They're both too forward because we play attacking, and even though we didn't play well from an attacking standpoint on Saturday against Bournemouth, those guys were further forward, and we were in the attack. And then Trossard had the ball, then he passed it back, and then it was awkward, and then he more or less got intercepted by, I can't remember his name, the Bournemouth attacker, and then he was going in through and going, and so really Saliba, that pass back from Trossard exposed our defence. As I said, there was two fullbacks, Calafiore and Ben White, who was the closest to Saliba and the Bournemouth attacker, who caused the red card. They were well advanced from Saliba. Saliba was more or less the last man. I don't know where Gabriel was. He always goes up. And so on the attack, it was our attack. Then, as I said, Trossard passed the ball back. Then he screwed it up, and then Saliba was like, caught out, basically caught square, as they say. And then the guy got it intercepted. It got in front, and then Saliba pulled him back. He pulled him back, and then he went down. And then the referee first initially gave him a yellow card. I don't know if he thought that maybe Ben White was like able to get, or was a bit further back than he was, but he gave him an instant yellow card. And then of course now with VAR, he was urged to go and look at it on the VAR screen, and he went to look at it. Then he kind of like changed the yellow card into a red card. So now Steve was now sent off, and that screwed us up. We had the same issue up at Manchester City a few weeks ago when Trossard got sent off, but we had the shape. We kept the shape. We looked very strong that day. We were playing really well. We should have won the game, but they scored again like they did yesterday against Wolves. They scored, and the same guy as well, Stones, scored in injury time. And so, but anyway, that was that game. We spoke about the game already. And so this game now saw us reduced to 10 men. I'm holding the phone up, so I got no stand. I'm just in the room of chair. So sometimes I'm going to swap over hands like this, because that hand, it's kind of hurting when I hold the phone up like that for so long. Yeah, and so basically, and I'm sorry if I'm not dressed properly or nothing. I'm so sorry. I've been sleeping because I've been very, very tired, and I said I've got to wake up and do this stream here and for you guys, because I don't want to do it tomorrow, because tomorrow we have to preview the game against Shakhtar, and I think tomorrow I should be back home because I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I'm leaving in the morning, so you probably see the usual screens back, the Arsenal shirt and everything, so back to normal settings. Yeah, so like I was saying, so what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I was saying that, yeah, so I think the referee gave him a yellow card, and then after he gave him a yellow card, he went to see the VAR screen. They urged him to go and see. But also, during that moment, Aaron Webb, I think he's the head of the referees in the UK, he was texting. Yeah. Someone saw it, caught him texting. I don't know what he was texting. He might not have been texting, he may have been just been doing something, but he was definitely doing something on his phone. So I believe, most of us believe he was texting. And so, what was he texting? So they're saying that there could be some corruption there, because maybe Aaron Webb probably told the referee to go and look at it. Yeah. But initially gave him a yellow card. But anyway, he went to look at it and he rescinded, he upgraded, as I say, some might say downgraded or upgraded. He upgraded the yellow card to a red card for Saliba. Then he was sent off. And then we're facing the team of Tottenham for the third time this season. And this time we lost to two better teams than Bournemouth in Brighton and of course the champions Manchester City. But this time it was such an early sending off. But we had an early sending off up at City, and we had a quite early sending off as well against Brighton at home. But we were leading 1-0. And when we had that player sent off, when we had Trossard sent off at City, I think we were also leading, weren't we? 2-1. But this was the only time we got someone sent off when we weren't leading. That time it was 0-0. And we were in a few minutes of the second half. They scored one of the best set-piece goals you'll see all season. And I think already that's probably contender for goal of the season. They scored a brilliant goal. Everybody's been praising us for our set-pieces the last couple of years, but their set-piece was ace. Probably the best set-piece I've seen for a long time. Many people are saying that. And then not long after, we had to bring Kivio on, because of course, you know, we never brought Kivio on. I don't think we brought Kivio on for... And I saw some of the game, but after a while, after the second half, I didn't watch it as much because I was trying to get myself ready, and so I was in and out of the room, so I missed bits. Yeah, but I remember when I came in to the front room, the second goal already had been scored, and then they were showing some of the replays about the back pass from they were showing the back pass from Kivia, yeah, which he kind of misjudged in trying to pass, you know, the ball back to well. The screen's gone all funny. In trying to pass the ball back to, what you call it there, to our goalkeeper, he kind of misjudged it, and in doing so, trying to pass it back to Rea, and then Rea came out a bit to try and get the ball, and then Rea missed the ball, and he caught the man. It was a red. It wasn't a red card, because you're not allowed to apparently send the goalkeeper off and give a penalty. So I didn't know that rule. I thought you could send the keeper off and give a penalty, but I don't know. They must have changed the rules, because I'm sure when I was coming up in football in the 80s and the 90s, if a goalkeeper fouled a player, a non-rushing player, he can also get sent off, as well as the penalty can be given against him. But they must have changed the rules. But anyway, yeah, it was a book. I think he got booked. He must have got booked, and it was a penalty to Bournemouth, and then they scored to make it 2-0. Justin Kluivert, son of legendary footballer Patrick Kluivert, scored to make it 2-0, but it was a bad game from start to finish. We played poorly. Mourinho looked really slow. I saw bits of the game, as I said. I was watching some of the game, and Mourinho looked very, very slow. But you could see he's a technical player, even though he's tall. But he looked very slow, and I don't think where he played, he needs to play as an 8. He said he's an 8, so he's more box to box. He can both attack, and he can also, you know, tidy up at the back, break up play like what Partey does. But we more or less played him as a 10 in Odegaard's place, and he's not a 10. Yeah, you know, he's not a 10 at all. He's either a 6 or an 8. He's not a 10. You know, that's Martin Odegaard's position, and he should have probably stick with Trossard as a 10. Then instead of playing Trossard as a wide left, he should have played Martinelli there instead, and that side, or even show some guts and play Ranieri there the youngster who's been really impressive this season. A lot of our fans want to see him start, and I hope he starts against Shakhtar Donetsk tomorrow. We're going to be doing a preview of that match tomorrow, so look out for it. So Arsenal lose again by 2-0. Not lose again, but lose 2-0. Some say that the defeat has been coming. Let me just have a little sip of this. There may be some nice chocolate smoothie. So yeah, so we have to go again. I'm disappointed. I was effing and blinding, I must say, on Saturday. I was effing and blinding on social media. But you know, it's a shame, but that's how it goes. And we just hope that we can regroup. I think the game against Shakhtar might do us some good, because it might be a game for us to get ourselves back into the groove again, to face Liverpool on, some say Saturday, but I'm sure I saw it's listed as Sunday. But I'm gonna go with Sunday. I think it's Sunday at 4:30. But I stand corrected. But I'm sure I saw that in the internet. But if it's been moved back to Saturday, fair enough. But we'll definitely do a preview of all the games this season, both a preview and a review of all the games if possible. And look out for, there's something coming up. We're gonna start doing like the big game, the big match build up, or the big game build up. We're gonna start building up to big games like a day before, as well as doing the preview on the same day. So you see also a build up to the Liverpool game on the Friday or the Saturday, yeah, of this week. So look out for that one. And we're going to do that. And sometimes after certain games, not all games, but certain games, if there's any major talking points, we're going to come on and do little shorts of the game. And if we can't do, some of the shorts are too short, no pun intended, but we'll do sometimes a little quick video about just a quick summary of the game. Then the day after, or maybe a few hours later on that day, we'll do a proper review of the match. So little bits to look out for on this channel. We're going to give you some more bits, and then when it's the right time, we're going to start doing some live videos as well. We want to do some live games before Christmas, so look out for it. We're talking and we're trying to get our things set up here so that you can see some live games, like for say broadcasting, but live watch-alongs. So if you're not able to go to the match, and so if you can't get a stream, you can tune into our channel, and then we'll give you try and give you a good piece of commentary to the games and statistics, to analyze the game. And then sometimes we'll also give you some games from other teams, like some of our rivals. So if we're up for it, and if you're up for it, then we'll do some other games, other big games. You know, we're going to also try and do some Champions League games as well. So look out for all of that coming up in the next few months. So for now, you take care of yourselves. It's been a very disappointed few days, or a couple of days for Arsenal and Arsenal fans. I just want us to show some ambition. And at the moment, I've got to say, I don't think this club shows enough ambition. I really don't. And I've always said along, and I'm not changing it, if Arteta doesn't win the league title this season, for me it's either the league title or the Champions League. I'm not sure about FA Cup. FA Cup is a good shot, and we won it the most. League Cup, Carabao Cup is excellent, but for me, I want the league or the Champions League. We've spent nearly £800 million in the 5 years he's been here, and he needs to win one of those two majors now. No more excuses. If he can go and get Gyökeres in the January window, or even Isaac in a January window, that could help us. But I don't know if we're going to get Isaac in January. Maybe we can get Gyökeres. He's got a release clause of about £85 million, I think. So let's see if we can do it, because we definitely need a striker. But anyway, I think he knows that. But I don't know if the club, the Quonkies, are backing him. But for me, he has to win something this season, or for me, he has to go. It's as simple as that. We're going to talk some about this as time goes on as well. Anyway, you take care of yourselves. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe to the channel. And of course, as I said, share if you can. And like the videos. You take care of yourselves. And I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now. Adios.